guys, what's going on? Or should I say, what's really happening? It's your friendly host here, I'm Tevin.
And I'm your girl, Jasmine.
And together we are your Millennial Advocates. And we're here again on your favorite show, What's Really Happening? Okay, so let me give y'all the tea for the day. For some of us, that simple question on filling out a job application of circling man or woman is simply overlooked. And we definitely overlook which bathroom to go in, either male or female bathroom. But for some guys, it's a bit more complicated than that. For some people out there, it's a constant conflict on which gender to identify with. For some, they feel as though they were born in the wrong body. And they feel like they were born in the wrong body.
Right.
This community that I speak of today is the transgender/trans women community. Some popular transgenders that you may know of, like Janet Mockett, Laverne Cox, Amaya Scott, and let's not forget Caitlyn Jenner.
Yep.
Today we have a special guest with us that will allow us a deeper dive into this community and even the underground community that is shown on this new hit show, Pose. But for now, let's move on to what's popping on y'all TLs with our next segment, Just In with Jasmine.
Okay, guys, welcome to Just In with Jasmine. As you all know, this is where we cover the most trendiest, popping things that's going on in your timeline today, okay? So we're going to go ahead and start with what today is, which is National Bourbon Day. For all you bourbon drinkers and lovers, I know you have a stash somewhere in your cabinet. Go open it up and take a shot because today is Bourbon Day.
And they say bourbon got some health effects too. Some good health effects.
I'm sure, because once I had it one time, it burnt the hell out of my throat. So whatever that means, whatever. Okay. So next on our topic to discuss is a little bit more serious. Women of Chicago, I am calling to you to let you guys know that I need you to be aware, man. I need you to tune into your intuition and be aware of your surroundings. Because there has been a lot of saying about women in Chicago being under attack. A group of Chicagoans are terrified that these missing ladies and dead bodies coming up missing are all linked. According to WGN, since March, there has been at least 4 women that's gone missing, and at least I want to say 3 that have shown up dead, guys. I am calling and I am praying over all of the women in Chicago to please be safe out there and be aware of your surroundings. Tell someone where you're going, don't go anywhere by yourself, and just stay on alert. And also, get you some type of defense mechanism, a taser gun, pepper spray, a little penknife, whatever you have. If you're looking for someone or a supplier, I know someone locally, and which is Black owned, check out her Instagram page at self_defense_4U. Okay.
What else we got popping on the TV?
Next thing popping on the TL was Gucci Man. It's a whole lot to talk about him and this little suit he had on the other day. What's going on?
Social media went crazy. They did not like the pantsuit and the matching shirt to it. A lot of men said they wouldn't wear it, but personally, this guy right here, I would rock that. And he was on vacation in a whole other country. So
he on vacation, y'all. Cut him some slack.
But that short set with the matching shirt, that was fine.
Cut him some slack. Anyway, next up is California is being split into 3 states. Did you know that?
I see no news.
I'm just confused. What are we gonna call these 3 states?
It's Cali 1, Cali 2.
Well, that's some short names, but I don't know. I'm a little curious and waiting for more information about that. But do your research. Next is, we all know that number 45 met up with Kim Jong-un from North Korea, and ever since they met, it's been some talk going on about some malicious things going on in the internet world, right?
Yeah, they say that a few days after their meeting that the Department of Homeland Security had ended up reporting that North Korea had just tried to do some cyber attacks against the United States.
I don't know if that meeting would harm us or help us. I am just interested to see what's going to come from that.
Yeah, that, and I want to say this. I think that Kim Jong-un, he's a very smart man, and the whole point of that meeting was to try to move forward with them being denuclearized. But I think that they're done. I think they're done, like, getting all their nuclear stuff together, and now it's like, let me shake your hand, because I'm done what I got to do.
Well, don't say that.
I think so.
they do just seem weird. Don't
Yeah,
they?
how all out of
The
a sudden.
vibe.
Yeah, that man Kim Jong-un, I don't trust
I don't know, I
him.
just
I don't trust
think-
that ass.
Well, you know, you can. Never mind. I ain't never been. Okay, next up is the mayor of Chicago, Rahm Emanuel, has announced the CEO of Tesla, which was his name, Elon Musk.
Yeah.
They are coming together to build a underground tunnel to the Chicago O'Hare Airport. I think that that's interesting. They're saying that it could possibly get you to the airport in 12 or under minutes. I think that that's pretty cool, and I cannot wait to see all the new upgrades they are doing to all of Chicago airports. Because Midway and O'Hare, they're all getting updates, and I'm excited.
I'm excited for that too, but my question is, Chicago, where you get this money from? We still dodging potholes on the streets. Let's keep it real.
That is true. That is very
That's
true.
very true.
Especially in these nigga boys, okay? So we need ends for Chicago. But that's all I have for you with Just with Jasmine. Let's go on into our hot topic with our guest,
Meghan, and I can't wait for you guys to meet her, and I'm
Yes.
super excited that she decided to come on.
So we'll be right back.
Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome to the highlight feature of this show, What's Really Happening? And today we're diving deeper into a community that has been sparked and brought to life by this new hit show, Pose. Today we want to bring a community that you all may be aware of, but do not quite understand. You hear its community members being scrutinized, attacked, and even killed, and you may see some on TV. But what you do not hear is the voices of those people. What do they think? How do they feel? The community of people I'm referring to, as I mentioned earlier, is the trans women community. Today we dive deeper into this community and give a voice and platform to its members for us all a better understanding. Today we have the pleasure of meeting Meghan, and she will serve as an advocate for the trans women / transgender population, and she has the courage to reveal herself from the shadows of society. Hi.
Hi, Meghan. Welcome to What's Really Happening. We would like you to introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So my name is Meghan Williams. I am a prevention specialist at the AIDS Foundation of Chicago. I also do outreach coordination for the AIDS Foundation of Chicago. I'm a legend within the Chicago LGBT community. I host events. I do a plethora of things, and I'm pretty known. So, yeah.
Well, there you go. So, Meghan, we're just gonna get right on into the interview. I know we have some questions to maybe clear up some things for people that's not, like you said, don't really understand.
Sure.
So, let's get right on into it.
So, have you seen the hit show Pose?
I have seen the hit show Pose. I hope that they can get renewed for a second season because the first episode was really, really good.
That first episode was really, really good. So, Meghan, do you think that Pose is a fair representation of the underground gay scene that everybody don't get to see?
Yeah, a lot of times I feel that by it not being really so much mainstream or people not being aware of the ballroom community, they hear tits and bits and pieces of the ballroom community, so they kind of like grab everything together and just throw it all together. Mm-hmm. I've been in the ballroom community since 2008, so about 10 years now.
And that's fairly new to me. I have never even heard of the ballroom.
See?
Yeah.
So,
but Pose is definitely a good representation of it. All of the things that like teenagers go through, getting put out, happening to go to a mother's house or someone that you look at as a mother. You know, one thing that I learned is that we're not able to choose our birth family, but we have other people that we can choose as our family. We can have people that we call brothers, have people that we call sisters, and not even have blood with each other, but you grow a closer bond with them. Like you connect better with them. So with Pose being that new show, I feel that they do have that old school, as I would say, feeling, like bringing it back to how it used to be. Yeah.
And so, do you think,
right off the top, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, it's okay.
I know we kind of like, we don't really have the order to go.
Right.
But what is something, what is the proper term that you would like to go by? Because I know some things can be offensive, and we just want to get that clear because, You know,
Yeah,
like,
of course.
Yeah, so let's explain to people the do's and don'ts of
Being transgender.
yeah, dressing transgender.
So, I am a transgender woman. I identify as a woman. I live my life every day as a woman. I identify, my pronouns are she, her, and hers.
Mhm.
So anything male related, like he, him, his, would be offensive to me. That just because that's how I feel, that's not how every transgender person feel, or gender non-conforming person, which is a person who doesn't conform to one gender. They may go by they or them instead of he or hers. So yeah, it's always good to ask a person, what are your pronouns? What do you go by? Just to be respectful.
Right.
But I'm glad that you asked. I do go by she, her, and hers.
And
you asked the do's and the don'ts.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, like, I know a don't to me, to address my trans friends is not to say like tranny or anything. I know that that's like kind of off limits. So how does you feel about that? Is tranny an off limits word, and what words are off limits?
It depends on who you're talking to. It depends on your relationship with that person. Me personally, I don't mind the word tranny. I've always looked at it as a short word to saying transgender or transsexual because it's a long word,
Right.
and you just don't want to say it sometimes. So I don't have a problem with the word tranny as long as like it's not used in a derogatory way. I know that some gay men may have some may have a what do they call it? A problem with the F word.
Oh, fag.
Yeah, have a problem with someone saying fag, but some don't. Some use it in conversation. Like some women may have a word with the word bitch, but some use it in conversation. So tranny to me is fine. I don't mind it, but it is a few that I do mind. I don't like a cross dresser. I don't like shim. I think it's shim, she-male, transvestite. Those are derogatory.
Oh, okay, so those
But
words are off limits.
transgender, transsexual, or to me, tranny is fine.
Okay,
So,
perfect,
yeah.
perfect. So now that people know, before you go calling people names, ask them what should I address to and what's the appropriate word to say. So Megan, I must ask. I've been seeing a lot of trans women emerge on TV.
Yeah.
Okay, do you think like Janet Mockett, Laverne Cox, Caitlyn Jenner, Amaya Scott from the hit show Star, do you think these women are a fair representation of trans women? And do you think also that they're doing their work to advocate for the trans community?
It depends on who it is. One thing that I definitely want to get out and say is that not all transgender women are the same. Whereas one may be in a different area of her transition, where it's like she still sometimes identifies as a boy, but then she comes back to identifying as a girl. That may not be cross-dressing, but it may be a little challenging for her to fully go through her transition. You know, it's a mind thing. One thing that I learned, and someone told me, is that someone very close to me told me that every trans woman suffers from a mental disorder. Although it may not be a disorder, or you may not feel that it's a disorder, but we all like have depression sometimes with coping through society or through the world. So yeah, every trans woman is not the same. But the women that you did name, Janet Mock, Laverne Cox, Amaya Scott, they are great representations of transgender women. It is some women.
Let me throw in this. What about T.S. Madison? And I throw her in because I know on her platform she kind of says that, you know, she's sleeping with other women's husband and she's this BDB, big dick bitch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with the sleeping with other women's husband,
I think that's awful. That's inappropriate.
You hear
that out loud.
You hear that when it comes to even basketball wives, or you know, love and hip hop. You hear the same
So
thing.
you say, what's the difference, right?
Yeah, what's the difference with transgender women? I mean, sometimes she could be a little vulgar with the things that she says, but I still feel like in some ways, more than others, she represents our community well.
Hey, can you tell us what are some of the challenges that you face as being
A transgender
Yes.
woman. So it depends. A lot of people may say, or a lot of people may not say, I feel that I'm passable. I feel that I look
What
like...
is passable?
Passable is when you can pass through society as a cisgender woman. And mind you, when I say cisgender, cis meaning you identify as the sex you were assigned at birth. Transgender means that you transitioned and you went a different route. So whereas a cisgender person is a person that was born a woman and still identifies as a woman today, a transgender person may be someone who was born male and identifies as a woman today.
Thank you, dropping jewels. You dropping jewels. See, I don't think everybody knew that. I didn't know that, and I definitely know you didn't know that.
Yeah. So with you all, I don't want to put stigmas on you, but I believe that you're a cisgender woman and you're a cisgender male.
Yeah, I kind of.
You were born a male and you identify as a male.
Oh yeah.
You were born a woman and you identify as a woman today. I was born a male that I identify as a woman today, so I'm transgender.
Okay, so throughout your experience, have you ever encountered a woman who was offended by, you being a transgender? And how did you deal with it?
Well, I haven't really. I've had people sometimes feel uncomfortable around me. I myself, regardless of what anyone thinks, that's one thing that I had to realize growing up is that I need to be who I need to be. I need to be the person that I want to be. I don't need to live through someone else's life or live to satisfy someone else's needs. I only have one life.
Exactly.
I need to live this life for me. So if I want to be trans, or if I feel that I am trans deep down, I need to live that and be who I am. So me and a cisgender woman you were asking, I just feel like, hey, I am who I am. It's no comparison. You are who you are. I am who I am. It just is what it is.
And that leads me to my next question, Meghan. I've been knowing you for a few years now.
Yeah.
And I noticed, I've definitely seen your growth, and I'm excited and proud to where you have become. I kind of wanted you to explain to the people and to the young community who may be experiencing the same voids in their life that maybe you have experienced. Where did you get your confidence from? Because you're so confident. Where did that come from? And just where did it come from?
Well, I've always been very outspoken, my mother said. When I was younger, I was very outspoken. I said, as she say, what comes up, comes out. So whatever I feel like I need to say is going to come out.
And has that been, how does that work? Has that been bad? Has that worked out bad for you? Or?
Well, I mean, sometimes it got my ass whooped. But I feel like that's what kind of started my...
I'm sure you could just throw them balls. You're a big girl.
Yeah, I mean...
You mess with Meghan, she's going to knock you out.
Mom, she probably,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See,
I mean, I can throw it down, but I choose not to. Of course, since I transitioned, back when I was living my past life as a male, I would fight. I didn't mind. But right now, I feel like I'm a woman. I don't need to do that.
It's not ladylike. Right?
Yeah, it's not ladylike to be out there fighting.
So I want to say, now, so you explained to us what a cisgender was. You explained to us what a transgender was. But Meghan, I want to ask you: is it sometimes disrespectful or not favorable to transgender women when guys or gay guys put on wigs and makeup, and now are all of a sudden they transgender? Is that? And all of a sudden they're labeled trans. Let me redo that. Is it disrespectful for a gay guy to put on a wig and makeup and now he's considered transgender when someone who's been living his lifestyle for years have had to grow into themselves, but someone who throws on a wig and makeup is now considered transgender? Is that?
Well, it depends on what you identify as yourself. Society just should make what would they call that? Assumptions of what you are. Just because you put on a wig and makeup, that doesn't mean that you're transgender. You could just be a drag queen or a cross-dresser. In that term, you could just be that. But just because you're dressed up doesn't mean that. It's all about what you identify as. So I don't knock anyone for what they do. I can't say that, because you threw on a wig and makeup, you were a boy yesterday, but now you're a girl today, you're not really transgender. Because you might feel in your heart that you are transgender, but you're probably that goes back to that mental thing. Like you're probably coming into yourself. You're
Right.
probably taking it slow to transition into what you really want to be.
And then, like you said, that every trans woman is at different stages.
Yeah,
in their
every
transition.
transgender woman is at different stages. Not all of us are the same. So whereas this person may be new to it and they're testing things out, testing out the waters, putting on makeup and hair, this person may have years of experience and they've never went back to being a boy or any of that. So I don't feel that it is like that. I mean, it's a difference between transgender and transsexual. If you identify yourself as transgender, that's a gender. That's something that you identify as. You can identify as any gender that you want. So that's something that you identify as. But as transsexual, to say that you're transsexual and you don't have any procedures done, that's a little absurd. So that's a little different. A transsexual is someone who's had medical or hormonal replacement therapy to match their gender that they're going into. A transgender person is just like mentally.
It's a mindset. Like
it's a mindset. They want to transition into being a girl.
That's really good. This is all really good information. And just that point alone, it led a question that I would like to ask. So, at what point do you actually like when in a dating scene? Okay, so I'm
you're getting
assuming
in your business. All right.
Well, not even just towards you. If you can speak on behalf of the other community, because it is a common question. So, are you open in the beginning? Like, how does that work?
So.
Now you're not even tricking nobody.
Wait.
Like,
I really want to touch on that.
Well, maybe you said it was passable, so I'm sure.
I mean, I am passable. I don't trick guys. I tell them right off the bat that I am trans. I mean, to me, a lot of times I feel that my voice is what really gives it away. It's a little raspy. It's a little deep. It's a little raspy. It's a little deep. So sometimes people can tell that I'm trans just by listening to my voice and can tell that I am what I am. But I tell it anyway. I don't hold it back. I let it be known.
Right.
I'm not one of those people who, I'm a woman, I'm not going to tell you I'm a woman. Because some people's eyes, I may not be passable. Some people may say, hey, that look like a man. You know, some people may say, I can't tell. Like, I really can't tell. So I never even give up the presumption that, that's a woman, you know? Like, I never give up the presumption of I am what I'm not.
Right.
You know, I tell people right off the bat, and I believe in living in my truth. In order for me to be comfortable in any space, I have to let it be known that I'm a transgender woman. Because if I'm not letting it be known that I'm transgender, I feel that I'm uncomfortable. I feel like I'm hiding something. And I don't want to hide it.
And then for our last and final question, I want to go ahead and ask you, what is a message that you want to put out to the people? What is your last message that you want to say?
A message that I want to put out to the people is that respect. Respect is a number one thing when it comes to being transgender. Respect people for what they are and for what they tell you they are. Just because you look at me a certain way or just because you feel a certain way about me does not mean that that's what it is. I am who I say I am. Respect it, and that's just it.
Yes, love and respect. Everyone should be treated as a human being because that's what we all are. And we want to thank you so much, Meghan, for being a part of this discussion. It was very informative, and I hope that we were able to clear some things up and touch someone in some type of way. So thank you, Meghan.
Yes, thank you. Came in dropping jewels. So thank you very much, Meghan.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
All right, and you guys, stay tuned for our advice corner. Welcome on back. Come on in. I want to say that in our last segment with Meghan, she was really nice.
Yes, and we are really thankful for her for coming on and spreading some jewels on that whole community that, a lot of us don't really know about. So I hope you guys took some information in. And I appreciate her and her bravery for coming on now and for explaining with us.
Yeah, definitely. So I want to say again, if I haven't said it enough, thank you, Meghan, for coming out and sharing knowledge with us, and not only us, but the world. But for now, guys, let's move on to our advice corner. And you already know, in this advice segment,
We keep it real.
we keep it real, and we give you advice on questions that you submit to us through our DM or submit to us at our email account, which is millennials with an S advocate @gmail.com.
So I have the first question here.
What you got? What you got? What you got?
In honor of our topic, they would like to stay anonymous,
Okay.
but they asked, "Hi, Millennial Advocates."
Hey.
Hi. Okay. I'm trying to think of how to say this without like exposing.
Oh, okay.
So
But don't-
we need just,
okay.
okay. I work very closely with a transgender, and okay, girl, you should have wrote this just a little better. But basically, she's saying she works really closely with a transgender woman, and she is really uncomfortable, and she don't really know how to, I guess, be around or surround. What do you?
So let me repeat it. If I'm understanding what she's saying, she said she works with a transgender woman and she
Yes.
feels uncomfortable around.
Yes.
So I would say to her that the problem, well, definitely you have a problem yourself, but what you need to do is just approach that person and have a conversation needed. You know what I'm saying? Inquire more about them. Watch our episode because we just learned a whole bunch.
Right.
What would you say?
I'll piggyback on you. If you feel uncomfortable, I don't think that you should be uncomfortable. I mean, of course, we're all human, so you're gonna be around someone that you necessarily don't really know that much about.
Yeah.
But that shouldn't make you uncomfortable. I would do what you said. I would just ask the question and
Get to know them.
talk, because you don't know. We all are human. Everyone's different, so I wouldn't get uncomfortable and just be rude or anything.
Right.
I would try to be you and let them be them and just do what you came here to do, which is work.
Exactly. And you at work, so you really don't have to be friends with nobody. You gotta
Yeah.
come in and do your work. But I would ask you to ask yourself, like,
Why are you so uncomfortable?
right, what piece of it is because they look better than you? Who knows? Is it, who knows? What is it? What makes you uncomfortable? You have to ask that yourself.
It's not the end of the world. Just accept that things are different. Everyone's not the same. Everybody's different.
Okay, so let's move on for that one because she need help us. So let me go ahead and read the next question. Hey, Millennial Advocates. My name is Chiquita. Hey, Chiquita. I have been in a relationship for the last 6 months. And throughout these 6 months,
Yeah, you gotta read it.
right, I'm sorry, guys. Right. I don't want to give up too much.
Yeah.
I have been in a relationship for 6 months, and throughout these 6 months, me and my boyfriend, we go 50-50 on household items, like food, toiletries, and even when we go out to dinner, we pay 50-50 for our dinner, and on dates and stuff, we pay 50-50. Millennial Advocates, I'm a beautiful woman. My guy makes good money. We've been together for a minute. Should I still be paying 50-50 for everything? I feel like other relationships and couples don't do that. They don't pay 50-50 for everything. What should I do, Millennial Advocate? Should I bring this up to my guy, or should I let it fly?
That's a good question. I think the first thing you should do is, she says she makes good money.
Yeah.
So is that, I kind of need a little bit more detail. Does that mean he makes more than her? That's
I don't know,
something-
maybe I should look again.
That's something to reevaluate. But I'd say whatever works for you and your situation. Every relationship is kind of different. You know what I'm saying? Some salaries might not be on the same level, so maybe going 50-50 may work. You know what I'm saying? If it's really bothering you, then I would definitely bring it up to him. And if you feel like he could be doing more, he's making more than you, then I don't think that you possibly should be doing 50-50, you know what I'm saying? But have that conversation.
And my thing is, that's a red flag to me. 50-50.
If he's making more, or it just
I don't
period.
care.
Period.
Yeah, I'm not with that 50-50 thing. Like, if you buy soap for the house or food for the house, you buy food and soap for the house. You're gonna use just as much as I'm gonna use it. What do you mean 50-50? So you buy some soap, I'm supposed to give you $3.50?
Oh, now that's just being real.
Or what
petty.
about, she said the date too, like, so we go out on dates, I'm supposed to get 50-50, been together for 6 months, and she say the guy making good money? I ain't with that. I'm not with the whole
Yeah,
50-50 thing. It's either one pay all or nothing, or one pay all and then I'll give you some on it, but not with the 50-50 thing, not in a relationship. And that guy, I'm surprised that he's even allowing himself to do that to his woman, which is have her pay 50-50. Have you ever did that?
I do 50-50 sometimes.
On what?
It
I mean,
depends.
bills, okay.
Yeah, it depends. 50-50
Yeah.
sometimes you take care of it, I take care, you know.
Yeah.
I've never been that type to just allow someone to take care of me only because like, I don't know if that's like a Leo thing. I'm really, really independent, but trust me, it's okay. If you feel uncomfortable, baby, bring it up, okay?
Right, but then you just said, I don't think it's the Leo thing. I think it's more of this new age of I'm a strong, independent woman.
No,
That's what it is.
I
can
don't
take
get
care
me
of myself.
wrong.
I think
I
that's
am
what
not
it is.
one of them. Well, I am proud. I am proud, but I just don't want to be waiting hand and foot on somebody to take care of me. Like that's just not me.
Yeah, and I understand that.
I've never been that girl.
Yeah.
Like even I get jealous with girls. I'm like,
But you know what? I do
what
kind of feel
am
like
I supposed to say to get that type of treatment? I can never do it.
that's
Like,
because
I
that's
can never
strong,
do-
independent woman thing.
I
I
can
think if the reason why we had an episode on why dating is so complicated. I think if maybe it was like if today's women was just a little bit more submissive like the women of yesterday.
You can still be submissive and not have to be hands fed everything you get.
But like you say, sometimes you do that 50-50 instead of just letting him take care of you.
And you can, yes, you can. You're definitely right.
Yeah.
It happens. And when it does, it definitely feels great, but I don't think that you should depend on it though. That's my whole thing. Like it just puts you in a situation, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to depend on somebody.
Because even with the women up yesterday when they was allowing the guy to
Look at, situation.
Yeah.
It's different.
My granddaddy, my grandma was, he allowed her to just be a housewife and everything, but
Could never do
that
it.
nigga had a family across the street, so
And times are changing.
yeah, times are changing.
And you know what else?
What?
That kind of brings the standards up of the man. Like, it's not gonna be just easy. You still gotta put in some work. Like, if she can take care of yourself, like, what exactly are you bringing to the table besides just taking care of somebody? Because you definitely need more than money to support any type of relationship.
That's right.
So,
Yeah. Oh, speaking of relationship, I know we kind of went on a little tangent, but it's our show.
we was feeling it.
It's our show. We do what we want.
Right.
But I would say, because I'm not in a relationship yet, but I had came to this resolution. I don't want to be in a relationship until my cup is full. And what I mean by my cup is full, like I'm wholesome with who I am, and I give that person I'm in a relationship with the overflow.
Yeah.
I'm giving them the
That's good.
extra and not a piece of, my cup. If that
So,
makes sense.
say you meet somebody while your cup is not fully full, so you just gonna exit them out, or you don't like the idea of growing together, building.
I like the idea of growing and building together, but I'm going to be giving them pieces of me, of what I think I should have. What I think I should have, I'm going to be giving it to them, if that makes sense. Like,
So you give your all and no, I'm not really following.
like
you.
so my cup full means I'm at 100%. And I say I'm giving them my overflow, which is what's running out the cup, which is what's on the ground, the extra. Okay, when I start giving me, if my cup not full, let's say my cup on 60%.
Okay.
I start giving them myself, I'm giving them out of that 60% and not the extra that's on the ground. So I do believe in like building and growing everything, but
You rather wait until you there.
I'd rather wait till I'm there. That way
I
my
mean,
happiness is my happiness. My happiness
Yeah.
is dependent on me and not dependent on that other person to fill the voids that I
Well,
have.
yes, definitely. If you are not happy by yourself first, then you are completely right. But I feel like some people can still be happy with themselves and working on themselves and building, at the same time.
True, but then don't you think that if it kind of working with somebody, building up together, we expect that person to do certain things. Like we expect this person to give us the love that we may not feel like we have ourselves because we're not 100%. Like we expect the person to fill our void.
No, if you're doing that, then that's the problem. That is the problem. No, if that's the case, then no, you need to be 100%, 1,000% happy and comfortable and confident with what you have as a person first. And then anything else is just a bonus. Like it's like you're not really expecting. It's just like you just love the person that they are. So they don't have to do much. You know what I'm saying? It just works. It just flows.
Yeah. So
but you have to be happy where you are first
Right.
and know what you have and what you bring to the table first.
Right. So which goes back to the point of the cup being full.
Yeah.
And giving them that old
Okay,
cup.
well, we get two different views, but it's okay because, you know, diversity, it works.
Right,
So,
and this is about.
let us know what you think on that one, because I'm interested.
Yeah, go ahead and drop your comments in the section below and let us know what you think. So that's pretty much all I got for that topic.
Yeah, that's all we have today for the Advice Corner, guys. We want to thank you for tuning in, and I really hope that you guys took something from this. And don't forget to like us on all of our social media platforms. You know, share this video